Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. It is Loza. We're talking about the new DM cards released, or cards that have been released that are kind of DM themed. Anyway, we've got this one here, which is Fusion, another kind of version of Fusion Deployment, except there's no restriction on it. So this card in the artwork, you can see it's got Flame Swordsman and the Dark Flare Knight right at the back to kind of hint that this card is meant to help you summon Dark Flare Knight, I want to say. We're also going to be talking about this card, which is an absolute abomination for the 25-year Yu-Gi-Oh! Anniversary. Thanks, I hate it. And lastly, we'll touch on the Chimera Fusion and how upset we are that this is a Yu-Gi Fusion card that isn't related to Dark Magician anyway. But let's get into the video. So Fusion Reinforcement allows us to reveal a fusion monster from the extra deck and then special one of the materials on the card. So it has to be a specific monster here. For example, if we reveal the Dark Flare Knight, we can either summon Dark Magician, or we can summon the Flame Swordsman from our extra deck. I don't know why, but you can. The monster summon can't attack and its effects are negated, so it is kind of hinted at that you're meant to use it to either fuse or synchro or exe. And the good thing about this card is it doesn't lock you into fusion. So moving forward, we could use this card to make rank 7s, to make Ebon Illusion Magician and stuff like that. That could be really nice. However, this card just misses the mark for me, unfortunately. It doesn't let us skip any steps. It doesn't let us cheat our way to a fusion the way we kind of need to. So, quite frankly, I don't think we're going to be touching this card. If I do find any nice combos with it that I think I need to share, I'll make a fusion reinforcement video. But until then, I don't think this card's worth talking about. Okay, let's address the elephant in the room. We've got our 25-year anniversary Dark Magician kind of hinted at card here. Now, we've got this beautiful DM-looking guy and a little DMG-looking lady over here. Let's just check out what the card does. It's got 25 stats. Unfortunately, it's a level 8 and it's a light, so big yikes there. 25 attack and defense. Cannot be normal summon or set. I don't, like, why even include this on a card in the modern era? It's ridiculous. Anyway, must be special summon from hand by having 25 or more cards engraved. Do they think that we can afford to play a duel where we get to 25 cards engraved as a Dark Magician player? Now, yes, I know this isn't a Dark Magician card specifically, but if you look at the artwork, I think you can tell me that it looks a lot like a Dark Magician card. Anyway, the other effect is gains 2,500 attack and defense while your opponent has 25 or more, cards in their grave. Why couldn't that just be the same as the first effect? So you summon it for free and it's got 5k, like... People still wouldn't play this card. So I guess my biggest dilemma is this: if they've called it Magicians of Bond and Unity. So if you want to tell me this isn't a DM card, I understand, but it is heavily implied that it is a DM card without being a DM card. Unfortunately, it just misses the mark in all aspects. And yes, 25 cards in the grave is ridiculous. 25 in the cards in your opponent's grave is also ridiculous. And some people are like, well, tier meta, no, you still don't want to play this. So stay away from this card. It's very cute. It's a great collector's item. And that's it. We're not going to talk about it anymore. It's garbage. Let's move on. And hey, while we're talking about level 8 monsters, let's talk about this beast. The Elementor Kratos. I hope I said that correctly. This card is a rank 8 spellcaster that seems perfect for Dark Magician. It's a dark 3k attack, very nice. Here's the problem, it's 2 level 8 monsters. Not 2 level 8 spellcasters or 2 level 7s or rank up from a rank 7 spellcaster. No, you cannot get into this in Dark Magician. I know we just looked at a level 8, but there's no way we're playing that level 8. And to my eyes, it's the only other level 8. This seems like a really good card for DM. Let's read its effects. Each time your opponent activates a trap or effect or a monster effect, place a spell counter on this card when it resolves. Maximum 9 counters. If this card would be destroyed, attach a material from this card instead and remove 3 counters from this card to apply any of these effects. Add a spell or a spellcaster effect from deck to hand, fantastic. Or 2, special summon a spellcaster monster from hand or deck. Both of these effects, super nice in DM. 1 to grab any spell in our deck, sensational. The other 2 grab any spellcaster and summon it, incredible. Or even just search the spellcaster to hand if it's better in the hand. So why can't we play this in DM? We don't have access to level 8s, and for some reason this doesn't rank up from Ebon Illusion. Ebon Illusion going first was kind of like a stupid card. Making a rank 7 turn 1 in DM is really bad, but this would have made it good. We could have gone into Ebon Illusion, into this, and extended. We could have added a spell. This could have added you Circle, and then your Rod could have grabbed you Eternal Soul, and we could have had the DM Triangle all linked up. The biggest problem with this card anyway is it only gets spell counters from your opponent, and the remove 3 spell counters to use an effect is not a quick effect as far as I can tell. So this actually doesn't seem that good now. I, for some reason, thought the effect was quick effect, but it's not. So now I'm starting to think that this card's not that great. You know what? The fact that we can't make this, that's okay with me. I'm going to summarize this one for everyone. These are the illusion monsters, which are the old phantom beasts like Gazelle, the King of Mythical Beasts, and Bahamut. They are now becoming their own archetype, and they have all these cool new retrains and fusions, and you know what that means. They got new fusions, so Chimera Fusion, a quick play spell. Yes, I'm salty. There's a Yugi-based fusion that is not for Dark Magician. And yes, I know, Secrets exists. But if you think Secrets is a fusion spell in 2023, you are incorrect. A fusion spell is Shadol Fusion. A fusion spell is Brainerd Fusion. A fusion spell is Red Eyes Fusion. Are you getting the point? A fusion card needs to send the materials from the deck. Not the hand, not the field, the deck. If that is not clear at this point, I don't know what is. If you ever see a fusion deck top, the only exception to this rule is something like Prank Kids or Fluffle. Everything else has their own fusion spell that sends material from deck. Or excessive amounts of support around polymerization. Does that make sense? If a deck's playing poly, the cards in the deck are cracked. If a deck's not playing poly, it's because their fusion spell is amazing. And we're kind of right in the middle of that, aren't we? In Dark Magician. We don't have a cracked fusion spell. It's a very basic fuse on the field and hand. And we don't have intense support with polymerization. The closest thing we have is Keeper, and we're not playing Keeper over Rod. I can tell you that much. Anyway, which one of these cards disappointed you the most? For me, it's probably the Dark Magician looking card that's a level 8. But hey, we can't hate. We just got to pray that we get a better card in future. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you very soon. Peace.